11 largest construction projects in the world. What is the first thing you think of when the term largest construction projects comes to your mind? Most people immediately picture transportation systems and airports in their mind, and you know what? They're not wrong. Airports, canals, subways, and industrial complexes are some of the biggest construction projects worldwide, and in this video, we're going to focus on 10 of them. Number 1. Al Maktoum International Airport, Dubai. Let's put it this way. No other airport would prepare you for the scale of Dubai's Al Maktoum International Airport, which extends over more than 21 square miles. The facility is designed to handle 200 wide-body aircrafts at a time. The airport's second expansion phase alone has an estimated cost of more than $32 billion. Originally scheduled for completion in 2018, the largest expansion phase has been delayed, with no definite completion date. According to the latest reports, construction work has temporarily ceased at Al Maktoum International Airport, DWC. The decision to hold construction was forced on Dubai airports by a general malaise in the economy of the region. Number 2. Jubail 2, Saudi Arabia. Jubail 2 is a 22-year-old industrial city project that began its second phase in 2014 with an $11 billion expansion budget. When completed, it will comprise at least 100 industrial plants, an 800,000 cubic meter desalination plant, miles of railways, roads and highways, and an oil refinery producing at least 350,000 barrels per day. The entire project is slated to be finished in 2024, and upon its completion, Jubail 2 will be the largest civil engineering project of the world, with more than 20,000 workers during its peak season. Number 3. Dubai Land, Dubai. A total of 3 Walt Disney Worlds can fit inside the Dubai Land complex. That's how enormous it is. At 278 square kilometers in size, the $64 billion Dubai Land will have 6 parts: theme parks, sport venues, ecotourism, health facilities, science attractions, and hotels. What's more, Dubai Land will have the world's largest hotel with 6,500 rooms and a 10 million square foot mall. The project is scheduled for completion in 2025. Number 4. International Space Station. Space. The International Space Station, ISS, circles the Earth every 92 minutes. Created by a consortium of 15 nations and 5 space agencies, it has a currently scheduled construction cost that exceeds $60 billion. The eventual cost of the space station and its contemplated expansion could exceed $1 trillion, by which point it could become a habitat for up to 1 million off-planet occupants. The International Space Station weighs almost 400 tons and covers an area as big as a football pitch. It would have been impossible to build the space station on Earth and then launch it into space in one go. There is no rocket big enough or powerful enough. To get around this problem, the space station was taken into space piece by piece and gradually built in orbit, approximately 400 kilometers above the Earth's surface. This assembly required more than 40 missions. Number 5. South-North Water Transfer Project, China. The north of China is home to almost 50% of China's population, but has only 20% of the country's water resources. To fix this imbalance, China has funded the construction of 3 huge canals, each more than 600 miles long, and will carry water to the north from China's 3 largest rivers. The project has a 48-year construction schedule. When completed, it will supply 44.8 billion cubic meters of water each year. Number 6. London Crossrail Project. The world's first underground train system continues to grow, adding 26 miles of tunnel that will eventually connect 40 stations. The estimated cost of construction is $23 billion. The project is scheduled for completion in phases, with the first new line, the Elizabeth Line, expected to go into service in 2019. Followed by the remaining lines. Construction on what has been Europe's largest infrastructure project of recent years began in 2009, after decades of planning. The line is expected to carry at least 200 million passengers a year once operational. Number 7. High-Speed Railway, California. Work on California's high-speed train began in 2015 and is scheduled for completion in 2029. It will connect 8 of the 10 largest cities in the state and reach from San Diego in the south to San Francisco in the north. The project will be completed in 2 phases. Phase 1 will connect Los Angeles to San Francisco. Phase 2 will extend connections to San Diego and Sacramento. The train will be 100% electric and will be powered entirely by renewable energy and capable of speeds up to 200 miles per hour. Number 8. Chuo Shinkansen, Japan. Officially called the Linear Chuo Shinkansen, Japan's newest high-speed rail line will take travelers from Tokyo to Nagoya, 286 kilometers in 40 minutes, at speeds up to 505 kilometers per hour. This leg of the high-speed journey is scheduled for completion by 2027. A later phase will extend the line to Osaka. About 86% of the Tokyo-Nagoya line will be underground, requiring extensive tunnel construction. This magnetic levitation, also known as maglev train, is the fastest train in the world. In Japan, maglev magnetic levitation technology has been tested since 1997 on a test track built in the Yamanashi prefecture, where the trains have already been running for years. The train set its first world speed record in a test in December 2003 when it reached 581 kilometers per hour, and then beat its own record in 2015, reaching 603 near Mount Fuji. Number 9. Beijing Airport, China. Beijing International Airport will eventually surpass Dubai's Al Maktoum International Airport in cost, total square miles, and passenger and plane capacity. The airport's first phase was completed in time for the 2008 Olympic Games. Further expansion is scheduled for completion by 2025. Terminal 1, designed by the architect Zaha Hadid, incorporates a number of sustainable design concepts in a futuristic building envelope. Number 10. Great Man-Made River Project, Libya. Libya has been working on the Great Man-Made River (GMR) project since 1985. It is the largest irrigation project in the world. When completed, it will irrigate more than 350,000 acres of arable land and will substantially increase available drinking water in most of Libya's urban centers. The water source for the project is the underground Nubian sandstone aquifer system. The project is scheduled for completion in 2030. Number 11. Changi Airport, Singapore. The original construction plan for this airport was based on constructing a dual terminal and dual runway configuration in 2 phases, with the possibility of making additional 2 passenger terminals at some point in the future. During the Phase 1, first passenger terminal was constructed along with the very first runway, support structures and facilities, a large maintenance hangar, the first fire station, 45 aircraft parking bays, workshops and administrative offices, 2 cargo agents buildings, an air freight complex, control tower, and in-flight catering kitchens. The Phase 2 involved constructing the second runway, second fire station, third cargo agent building, and 23 aircraft parking bays. The whole process started a few decades ago with landfill, seafill, clearing swamps, among other things. The airport has a development policy of always trying to build years ahead of demand in order to avoid congestion problems that happen frequently in major airports. This particular policy is the reason why Changi Airport has set the bar so high and went on to become the best airport in the world. Bearing in mind high influx of passengers, they started working on Terminal 2, which, upon completion, increased total capacity of airport to 66 million passengers a year. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.